Attorney Lorna, kung ang description nyo dito sa ginawa ng mga senador, whimsical, despotic, arbitrary, ano yung options na pwede to counter this brazen action by the Senate?
Well, first of all, I think it's an even impeachable offense yan, eh. But in any event, the one of the remedies, no, if you're talking about what are the legal remedies available, is first you can go to the Supreme Court under Rule 65 of the Supreme Court for grave abuse of discretion of the Senate, because there is nothing in the Constitution nor in their rules that gives them this authority to delay any trial, reception of evidence. In fact, klarong-klaro sa rules na inapprove nila that it should be continuing trial. In fact, mali yung sinasabi nila na crossover. There is no such term as a crossover to the 20th Congress. Because once you start a trial continues until the completion of the evidence, consideration of the evidence presented, and rendition of judgment by the court. So, ang sabi nating mga lawyers, continuance of trial yon, hindi yung crossover. So, ang remedy would be, in other words, in fact, the Senate is very concerned about due process of the accused. There also is due process of the prosecution. The prosecution here was not given any chance uh, to speak on the issue of constitutional infirmity of the complaint that they transmitted, of the impeachment that they transmitted to the Senate. 215 signatures followed by 20 others. That's more than two-thirds. That's almost majority. That's extraordinary majority of the House. Why is still there a need to remand to the House? Well, if they found a need to remand the House, it did not have to result in a delay. So now, it will now wait, by virtue of their amended resolution, it will now wait for the 20th Congress for the 20th Congress to say whether or not they will continue with the impeachment complaint. So, isn't that a clear delay? And
Yun nga,
you have
mm.
senator judges, Christian, parang ang senator judges na nag-file ng motion at nag-file ng amendment na yan, tsaka nag-file ng second of the amendment, parang sila na ang nag-act ng defense lawyers.
Precisely.
Precisely. This should have been the argument for the defense. So where is their oath of office? They just, earlier this afternoon, took an oath of office for impartial administration of justice. How is that impartial when clearly they were partial to the defense?
Bilang presiding officer, itong si Senate President Chis Escudero, dapat ba pinayagan pa niyang i-put to a vote yung motion ni Bato as amended by Cayetano kung clearly whimsical, arbitrary, despotic, unconstitutional?
The the Senate President, as a presiding judge of the impeachment court, has the full authority to decide on any motion presented before it. He could have assumed that jurisdiction. He could have assumed that responsibility and say, because he is a lawyer. He understands what the Constitution is all about. He understands what the rules is all about, and he could have easily said, "This is a matter for the defense to bring up in their answer. Let us wait for the parties. Let them give, and for the after the defense raises it in their answer, then give the prosecution the opportunity to file their own reply. Then the issues are joined." So yung dismissal of the complaint or even remanding should have been brought to the attention of both parties. The senators who filed those motions and the amendments acted not as judges, they acted as parties. In fact, they acted as defense or counsels for the defense. They did not act in an impartial manner.
Okay. Isa ko pang tanong dito, no? Kasi dati nang inuulit-ulit ito ni Senator Escudero na hindi siya okay. Yung sinasabi niya, yung plenary powers daw ng Senado is supreme. Pero in this case, kung clearly wala naman sa kapangyarihan nila na gawin yan bilang isang impeachment court, ang nanaig kanina, yung plenary powers ng Senado. Pinagbotohan at mayorya yung pumayag dito sa motion na ito. So, ano pwedeng gawin? Again, di ba? Ginamit yung
When
plenary
you say,
powers as an excuse to justify something that was clearly wrong.
even when you call on plenary powers, there is nothing that justifies despotic, arbitrary, whimsical exercise of that power. There is power and there is abuse of power. In this situation, I think they cannot say there is plenary power. What happened here was a clear abuse of power. And it is not to say that plenary powers do not have guidelines. And the Bible for plenary powers is the Constitution. They keep quoting from the Bible. They keep saying there is wisdom in the words of the Bible. But precisely that's what the Constitution is all about. That is the wisdom of the framers of the Constitution. That is the wisdom of the people, the sovereign people who ratified that Constitution. Everything is in the Constitution. So to seek the wisdom of the Lord, I think is blasphemous in a situation like this.
Of course, I agree, no? Kaya nga, although kanina, no, napaka-brazen din ng pagkakabanggit ni Senator Bato na he was guided by the Holy Spirit. And of course, as usual, sina Senator Alan Peter Cayeta, no, paulit-ulit yung invocation ng Biblia at ng Panginoon. Okay, of course, that's another matter. Ito yung tanong
The
ko
other
po, no?
issue,
Opo, go ahead, sige po.
although they say na we should abide by the Constitution and all that, most of the arguments were extra legal, were political arguments. They say that this should not be about politics, but they brought into their privileged speech politics. The issue of hunger, the issue of poverty, hindi naman nakakain ng impeachment. But precisely, that is what the impeachment is all about. Why are the people hungry? Why do the people lack good education? Why? Because of the accountability issue, the lack of accountability of those in the highest office who should account for misappropriation of public funds. Where were they used? Were they used for the public good? That goes to the very issue of the impeachment. So wag nating sabihin na walang relevance ang impeachment sa issue ng sa people's concerns on their future, on poverty, on hunger. These are all issues of corruption and misappropriation of public funds used for private interests. That precisely is the heart of this impeachment issue. If you are a public official, you have a public trust in the use of public funds. The operative word is public. So the impeachment complaint has to do with a public official misappropriating public funds for private benefit and not for public good. That is the issue in this impeachment case. Why should they delay it? Why should they be afraid to confront that issue?